What's up, everyone? Today there is a Dewalt Pressure Washer, 3400 psi. Seen better days. Don't know about the pump. Don't know a lot about the engine. Pulls over. How you see it is how I got it. I can't really test a lot of it because it's missing the spark plug boot. I could just strip it down and tie it around the spark plug, but I have a broken one off of also a GX200, I believe. Yeah, that was a 200. So I'm going to put that on there. We'll see if we have spark, we'll see if we have compression, we'll see, I'm sure the carb is nasty, and we'll see if this is even worth putting together. My hopes, I'm probably jinxing myself though on this, is to get this running. This little back piece you can buy separately, because it's, I don't even think I could paint that, that would just look pretty bad. You can buy it separately, kind of spray paint the engine black again and everything, and have a good 3400 psi Dewalt pressure washer going. So first I'm going to put the boot on. It's nothing difficult, just take off the end of it, connect it, put it back on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So it's actually a lot harder than I thought, so I just cut it and taped together, twisted it all together, so it should work. I need to buy a new one anyway, so I don't want to put any money into this unless I know I have a reason to, so this would just be for testing. This spark plug came out of it. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but it's disgusting. It's very rusted. So I think I'm going to put in a new plug, and then I'm going to put a little bit of marble down the cylinder hole first. So putting a little oil down there, because I don't know the condition. I just don't want there to be like big chunks of something that I could just potentially lubricate a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and get a new plug, and we'll put a little fuel down there as well. I have no doubt in my mind that carb is completely trashed. But fuel's on. There is fuel in there. And it does have spark. I tested it, so it should be good. I say let's go ahead. I have some carb cleaner here. I've run out of starting fluid, so we'll have to use that. But let's pull on it a couple times with the choke on. And then if we need to, we'll take it off and put the carb cleaner in there. Okay. Never mind, there is no fuel in there. I thought there was. It does have oil though. I checked that yesterday. Maybe the gas went into the oil. No, that's the same level as it was before. That was weird. Full throttle. believe is right there. Let's try going down directly to the spark plug hole. I don't think it's good news. I looked at the plug and it was completely just fouled. A whole bunch of brown goo everywhere. I mean, to be expected, there was oil in there, but that came out when I was just pulling it over with no plug and putting this in front to kind of see what would come out. So we might have a few issues. I did blow it out afterwards, so hopefully it will be mostly dry in there. The more I work on this, the more I think it's a part machine. Okay. And with the same crap again. I'm gonna work on cleaning out a little bit more. I thought I got it all, but apparently not. Let's take a look. Luckily, these are the ones you don't need to use RTV. You just put a new gasket if you break it. One stuck open. No. Seems pretty decent. Let's look at the clearance. Let's try 4 thousandths. It's a tad loose. It's probably like 5. I'm okay with that. I'm pretty sure my neighbor knows when I'm filming and purposely does this. So that's 4. This is 6, and it's pretty good, so I don't think it's a problem with that. I might have to take the head off. I'm going to take off the carb, the exhaust, and we'll take off the head. Be right back. As you can tell, everything has a pretty thick layer of rust on it, so... I couldn't take the carb off because of this. Wow. My battery dead? A little bit. And battery number 2. Oh my god. Okay. Do you see all that? That's a nice head gasket. And that is just bad. I'm gonna take a little time, clean this up, and see if we can even bother to revive it. This doesn't look horrible. Something fell. Sure, that'll come back and bite me later. Oh, I think it was this pin. I'll just take out the other one now. So, I don't really see any big pitting or big scrapes or marks or anything. Oh, I see it. Haha. Now we don't have to take it off to find that. So it could be okay. I don't think it's great. Let's look at the head more. Obviously disgusting in here, but you know, call me psychic, but I have a feeling this was left outside for a while. I know. Hold your oohs and ahs. Let's take a look at those valves. Yeah, That's not going to build up any compression at all now, is it? You see that? Yeah, that exhaust is bad, real bad. That's hopefully most of our problem, you know, besides the obvious disgustingness of this all, but I'm gonna clean it up, clean up the valves, and then we'll lap them. Valves came out pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with that. Try to get in here, it's a little hard, so did the best I could. This valve grinding compound. I don't know if it's the coarse or the fine. I'm pretty sure it's the fine. About 80% sure it's the fine. When you kind of hear and feel the grittiness go away, it's time to lift it up. Check our progress. So there's definitely a line. It's not as good as I want. I think I'm going to do this for both. Put the head back on, bring you back, and we'll see if it runs. Anytime you do anything to the valves, lap them, take the head off in general, pretty much anything, you should always check the clearance. So right now we're in exhaust. Huh. Intake is at 4 thousandths, that's good. Now, just to be truthful here, I might have already done the intake. The intake was had no play in it whatsoever. It was tight no matter what you did, so I did loosen it a little bit, and to my surprise, apparently I loosened it just the right amount. Okay, so this is 6. It could be tighter. I'll just go ahead and tighten it. This is not technically correct, but I'm just going to tighten it this way. There we go. That's a lot better. You're supposed to take this one off or loosen it and then do this, but I don't even know if this engine is going to run, so if you notice, both of them are moving at the same time. Now, also being truthful here, the intake valve, even though I thought it was going to be the easy one on this, when lapping, turned out to be the bad one. There's a small, tiny little gouge that I had to work out. on the actual seat area. I like that. So that's a little scary. Hopefully it's not going to come back and bite me, but you know what, you can't really fix that. You just have to get a whole new head. So that's not in the scope of this project right now. So I'm going to put the exhaust on. I have a new carb because I'm not even going to bother cleaning that one. I mean, just looking at the rust inside of it, it's been sitting outside. It had no air cover on the top of the intake. It's going to be bad. So I have a carb I took off of a 212 or 208, and yeah, I'm just gonna put that on there. It matches up, so it shouldn't be a problem. I might take a look at this fuel line. It looks a little nasty. I'm thinking I might just take off the fuel tank and just kind of clean it out a little bit, but I'm not gonna show that because you literally just have to, you know, blow it out. Put a little rag in there with a hook, or you know, pair of pliers or something, and then next thing, you know, just put it back on. So I'm gonna save you the boredom. I'm gonna do that and bring it back. Okay, it's all done. Put everything back together. As you can tell, I had this from a Briggs & Stratton. That's why it says Briggs & Stratton on it, but it fit exactly the same way the Honda one would. I'll take the sticker off later. Obviously we still need a coil. I think I might have one. I don't know, I'll have to look, but this one works, that we can tell. The valve, I don't think I quite explained why I'm worried about the valve. If you have a cut or a scrape or some type of small imperfection in the valve seat, over time, hot, rushing gas, you know, when it explodes, hence the combustion chamber, can eventually seep through there, and then when super hot material goes really fast, it can actually melt it and burn the valve. That's why it's a bad thing. But the oil doesn't look horrible. I think there's probably water in there, but I can't quite see any, so I didn't change it quite yet. Let's give it a try. Uh-oh. Oh. It helps when you actually tighten the bowl nut. I'm going to dry it up and just make sure that it stopped leaking, and then we'll try it. Everything's all dry, and actually something good happened. Now I don't want to jinx anything, but at the very least it should be easy to clean. This white stuff isn't paint. I don't know what it is, but the gasoline took it right off, and I took a towel and I just put a little water on it, and I just rubbed it on the bottom. Also started coming off. So I think if this is running, then we could potentially just clean it and not have to paint anything, and we'll just replace the top, get a wand for it, and should be good to go. Assuming the pump is okay, of course. Okay. Oh, more than it's ever done. So it definitely needs to burn off some crap, but I think we're ready to test it out on the need to connect some water to it. So this stage, I don't think I'm gonna maybe I'll show. I don't think I'm gonna show, but I'll tell you. Basically, all you need to do is put water to it without a hose or wand. Especially since you don't know how long it's been or what it's been in there or what is in there. Flush it. Go let it sit there for like 5 minutes or so. Yeah, it's a waste, but you get it all cleaned out. And then connect everything and give it a try. Don't just connect everything and then start flushing it, because if there is anything in there, you're just going to be flushing all that crap through your hose and your wand and your tips. It's not a good idea. So that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm not going to show it, but this is a nice little machine, hopefully. If it does need a pump replacement, maybe we'll do that in a separate video, but if you don't see that video, then just assume that it was good. Okay, well, if you like what you see, definitely keep watching. This was an interesting little project. Pressure washer has sat outside for a real long time, rusty and nasty, valve adjustment, whole 9 yards. Okay, what's next after this? I'm going to order a coil if I can't find one. I'm going to order the Dewalt piece right there, because the little spring pins that holds the whole thing in place. Those are gone. Might just have to weld it or drill another hole in there and just kind of put like a bolt, maybe something that has like the lawnmower quick handle on it. And yeah, that should be about it. Change the oil. I definitely need to do that. I'm gonna let it run a little bit before I do so, and then it should be set. Okay, and again, rambling. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good night. Subscribe, put a thumbs up, and have a good evening. Bye.